Every spring we are sold a lie. We walk into the garden center and we're told the same story. Just plant a ring of these orange flowers around your tomatoes and the pests will magically stay away. It's a nice story, it feels good, but if you plant marigolds the way most people do, just plopping one here and there, you aren't creating a force field. You might actually be inviting more problems into your garden. Here, at Green Life Zen, we don't rely on folklore, we rely on biology. Today we're going to look at the real science of marigolds. We are going to swap the myths for mechanics. I'm going to show you why they don't work the way you think, and the specific and slightly invisible way they can actually save your soil. Let's start with the biggest myth. The smell. The logic goes like this. Marigolds have a pungent, strong scent. We assume that because we can smell them from 5 feet away, insects will hate them and fly the other way. But here's the reality check. Insects do not experience the world the way we do. Research has shown that for many of the bad guys we worry about, like the cabbage moth or the cucumber beetle, that orange flower isn't a keep-out sign, it's just background noise, they fly right over it. In fact, for some pests, marigolds are actually a dinner bell. Spider mites and slugs absolutely love marigolds. So, think about that. If you take a marigold and plant it right next to a cucumber vine that is already prone to spider mites, you aren't protecting that vine. You are giving the mites a perfect landing pad right next to their favorite food. Does this mean you shouldn't plant them? No, it means you have to change your strategy. Instead of a force field, think of them as a decoy. This is called trap cropping. If you struggle with slugs or mites, plant your marigolds 5 or 10 feet away from your precious vegetables. Draw the pests over there. Let them feast on the cheap flowers so your vegetables can grow in peace. That is the first shift in our mindset today. Stop trying to scare the bugs away and start outsmarting them. But if the smell isn't the superpower, what is? Well, the real magic isn't happening in the air. It's happening underground. If the smell isn't the weapon, what is? To see the real power of the marigold, we have to look where we usually don't, underground. This is the business end of the plant. As these roots grow, they aren't just taking up water, they are actively releasing a chemical compound called alpha-terphenol. You can think of this as the plant's natural immune system extending into the earth, and for one specific microscopic villain, this chemical is devastating. Meet the root knot nematode. You can't see them, but they are down there, chewing on the roots of your tomatoes and peppers, causing those weird knotty growths that stunt your plants. But when you plant marigolds, that alpha-terphenol acts like a soil sterilizer. It suppresses the nematodes, preventing their eggs from hatching and stopping the population from exploding. It's not an explosion, it's not a force field, it's a slow chemical cleanup of your soil, it's nature's medicine. But, and this is the huge but, this medicine only works if you are growing the right doctor, and chances are, you're buying the wrong one. When we go to the nursery, we are naturally drawn to the big, showy blooms. These are called African marigolds, Tagates erecta. They look impressive in a bouquet, but if you are fighting nematodes, these guys are... well, they're lazy. They produce very little of that root chemical. They are just pretty faces. If you want the medicine, you need this one. The French marigold, Tagates patula. They are smaller, they are often bicolored with red and orange. They look a bit more wild. And their roots are chemical factories. Look for varieties specifically named for this job like Nema-gone or the classic Sparky. Even the common Petite Gold works wonders, so here is the rule. If you want a pretty garden, buy the African, but if you want a healthy garden that defends itself, you need the French. Now, you have the right plant. But you still have one more problem. One single marigold isn't enough to treat an entire garden bed. To make this work, we have to change how we plant them. Most of us use what I call the polka dot method. We stick one marigold here, another one 5 feet away, and hope for the best. But remember, the medicine is in the roots. If the roots don't touch, the barrier has holes in it. A nematode can easily swim through the gaps in the soil, completely bypassing your protection. To actually clean your soil, you need density. You have two main options. Option 1 is the wall. If you are planting a row of tomatoes, plant a solid, thick hedge of French marigolds right alongside them. You want those root systems to intermingle and create a continuous zone of protection. Option 2 is the cover crop. This is the pro move. If you have a bed that was infested with nematodes last year, don't plant vegetables there at all this season. Plant the entire bed with French marigolds, let them grow, let them fill the soil with that chemical, and then chop them down. Next season, that soil will be clean, sterilized, and ready for your prize-winning vegetables. That is how you use a marigold as a tool, not just a decoration. So, let's recap. Marigolds are powerful, but they aren't magic wands. Don't rely on the smell to scare bugs away, use them as trap crops instead. Choose French marigolds like Sparky or Nema-gone, not the big African ones. And plant them densely so their roots can do the work. Now that we've secured the soil, we need to look up. Because there is one plant in our summer garden that is notorious for attracting pests from the air. The cucumber. It is the drama queen of the vegetable patch. And the companion plants you think work for it that usually don't. In the next episode of our masterclass, I'm going to show you the uncommon defenders that can actually save your pickles from the dreaded cucumber beetle. Thanks for watching this video. Stop hurting your harvest, and I'll see you in the next one.